and welcome to another video. This one's going to be just having a little chat about my arts and crafts and what I've been up to, and I'll just show you a few examples of things and show you, you should be able to see a bit of how I've got things organised from the videos here. I can see we've got lots of storage. Probably can't see it so well, but down here I've got all stacks of different cards and papers and from all different suppliers, so I've got loads of stock and that. This is the one thing what's kept me going throughout the winter and the autumn, I suppose. And it's kept me positive, and it's something. Art was something I was always interested in. Crafting was a different matter. That is something what never really appealed to me too much. But having said that, you know, life changes, and I'm enjoying doing my greeting cards and all my printing on mugs and t-shirts and just having fun. And I've been learning new skills, refining skills which I'd kind of got a bit rusty on because I hadn't been doing much. So just over here, for example, these are some card designs, card sheets I should say, what I've been designing, to be used in greeting cards and whatever you use them for. Got all different ones. This one was actually done on the computer, but it's not actually printed out quite right. Needs realigning. But then I got these little I can't remember what you call them, like stick stamps. You just stamp on. So I just added a bit of colour into the middle, and then with a alcohol pen I've just added some dots, and it's come up with something which I could probably quite happily use on cards. So there's all different designs here. I don't know if you can. Yeah, I love doing these sort of things. I didn't realise just how popular these sort of things are now. When I was at just trying to think, about 35 years ago, I used to do this sort of stuff, with pen and ink in a pad, and create all my own designs, which I suppose the modern thing, I suppose you'd call them kaleidoscopes and what have you. But what I've done now is got involved kind of back into that sort of thing, but with a twist. I use a combination of different software packages with my photos and my artwork, and then I might tweak them in once I've printed them out, and then scan them back in and go from there. So I've found that kind of switches me off from life around me, and it's kept me quite contented. So I don't know whether you can pick up on that. It's very faint. That's just a soft pattern what I've done. There's so many, so I'll just flick through a few. In case you're wondering how many, I've got over 500 of these designs, different ones. All on the computer. I'd like to be able to actually create some paper designs to be used by a manufacturer, but I'm not quite sure how you go about that. These are some other designs. You can see all that. Now I can see how difficult it is when the presenter's doing this on the telly, on the craft channels. So that's just one bit of what I've been up to. I'm just going to move to one side here for a minute. So all over here I've got all my equipment. I've got everything at hand what I might be interested in using in the future. I've got cutting machines here, scan and cuts, what will cut on cards and fabrics, and one of them will work with the embroidery machine. Not even used that yet, but it's there. I'm kind of planning for long term, and so I want the equipment in that, to be there for when circumstances don't allow me to be able to get these things. I've got loads of different dies for the manual die cutting machines from Tattered Lace. I tend to buy these things when they're on offer. So there's all different ones, butterfly, and then there's Summer Harvest rectangle. They're all made up of different dies, so you can break apart. Summer Harvest oval, Fanciful Flourishes, adore, Fanciful Revolution. Now some of these have actually got software and it's actually already onto the scan and cuts, some isn't. Another thing what I like doing, I like embossing onto my cards, and this is one size which I hadn't really got any embossing folders of, so this is an 8x8, so I'm going to be trying that out. Again, this will be something I'll probably show you in the future, how I do it, what can be done with it. Got all different bits of kit here, a laser square for squaring up when you're working on cards, that's under here. We've got a, you can just see the corner of this. This is a Caterpillar cutting machine, self-sharpening, so you shouldn't need to replace the blade, and you get a nice, really good cut without the feathering. And I've got my light pad which I've had for a while. So, and then, let's just show you a card. That's a card what I've done for my own artwork. So that's the sort of thing I'll probably be putting together as one lot of designs. So it's just printed like that. It's just a prototype. I haven't done any inside. I've got all different ones what I've made in here. These are using HunkyDory card kits and that. I like to do a combination of bought and my own, so it just keeps me happy. Let's just show you. If you're not know little about crafting and that, there's all sorts of things what you can get in what you can purchase to use, for instance, on your cards. And HunkyDory do these little books, and this is just one book. They come with 144 pages, and it's alright, just I'll tell you what, let's take that off a minute. It just gives you some examples. This is one of the wildlife ones, so, and what would happen is this is a thin kind of card, and these would go onto the front of the card, and then you would embellish and you would mount it, frame it, so it's all down to matting and layering, and there's all beautiful ones. I've got several different packs of these for different subjects. Say this one is the Wild at Heart Woodland Wonder, but then you get gardening ones. You can have flowers, bouquets, there's all sorts, there's loads. Then there's other supply manufacturers. This one's Sweet Dixie, and they do all different types of designs what you can use. So you have to think about matting and layering, and also die cutting. You can use these, you know, these are 220 GSM. I'm not sure what that is in pounds for you in America, but it's quite a stiff card. I suppose if I was, when I'm making my creating my own blank cards and I'm using card stock, then I probably tend to use between 250 and 300, so that's a little lighter, but it's fine for toppers and stuff like that, and you can get away with it as a base for a card. Not that you would with these, because it's not the size for that, but you know, it just gives you an idea of the weight. There's one here, Kraftwerk Cards, Wildflower Topper Sheet. Now you can get these, and I don't know whether you can pick up on that, but these are actually die cut, so you have to be very careful when you flick these, because these bits will come out. So these are just a means to a quick card to make. Obviously all this die cutting I can do on my machines, so when I do my own artwork and that, using my photos and animals and things, you know, what me or Mary use, then I can create these toppers and that and do that on there. However, they will separate because they haven't got the on these die cut ones, they've got a little nick knocked into the blade which stops it from falling apart. You know, it's just a minute bit. It just allows it to stay into that spot, and I don't, obviously can't do that with the cards. Having said that, there might be some method of getting around that, but I haven't explored that avenue. That's about the crafting, folks. You can see, let's give you some. These are all sort of things what you can do on the die cutting machine. Then you can you pick up on that, yeah, the butterflies. So if you've got the kit, you can do anything. So basically I've got stuff what I'm hoping is going to last a long time, and when I am unable to, if I've on my own, or if I've got no work, or if retired, whatever, that's still 20 years off, well not 20 years but 16 years or whatever. Hopefully this lot will last me, or this kit, and I'll be able to use it and at least keep myself entertained. That's the plan anyway, between this and the gardening. So, and they both work together through my photography, so I'm quite lucky that way. You can see Toothless Julie is still here. I haven't had the time to go to the dentist and get these top teeth out and sorted, you know, get some new ones. But I will do eventually, which is, it does put me off from videoing, but what the hell. You're just going to have to put up with me. Never mind. That's it then. So I think I've babbled on enough. I've probably bored you with these two videos that have gone up, but hopefully I've not. I will give demos at another time when I've got myself a bit better organised. And I'm hoping to do, along with the gardening videos, to do crafting videos as well, art and craft. And it's probably easier to do when I'm in the bigger studio to some extent, because you know, it's just, I don't know, maybe it's alright in here, but anyway, that's it. Bye for now, folks.